that racism is racism, whether you aim it at blacks or Hispanics or whites. And racism, discrimination against whites, is just as bad as discrimination against blacks. And we need to face up to the fact that there is an epidemic of anti-white racism right now.
But what is it? What can you? Okay, let's take your argument and say that there is an epidemic of anti-white racism. What can you not do at the moment because you're white?
What can I not do?
Yeah, what have you been discriminated against doing?
There are government jobs that I can't get. There are government programs that I'm not eligible for. There are colleges that will not allow me to participate in certain programs. There are a plethora of things that I can't do because I'm white. And that is just as wrong.
Still in a situation where a lot of people in America certainly are not getting the same opportunities, don't have the same access to funding, don't have the same access to the standard of education, for example. There are exceptions to this, absolutely. There's no doubt about that. But in general, if you're born as, say, let's talk about Birmingham, Alabama. If you're born as a black boy in Birmingham, Alabama, you're more likely to go to prison than to Harvard.
That is another issue entirely, and it has to do with black criminality. Blacks are not being put in prison because of racism. They're being put in prison because of the huge amount of criminality that is rampant in the black community. Blacks commit something like 8 times as many murders as whites. So the argument that blacks are the object of racism and therefore they're going to jail, that's a false argument.
Do you honestly believe black people are have more propensity to commit crime?
Do I honestly believe? Yeah, read my book.
Okay, sorry, Ed, I'm sorry, that's where we differ. I'm sorry, I'm ending the interview. I can't continue this conversation. Apologies, Ed. Thank you very much indeed to Ed.